Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, I'm gonna be testing out in multiplayer the beautiful car that you see on the screen right now. And that is of course, the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport. Not to be confused with the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, no, this is the GT2 RS, the one in Class A. And it's the one that keeps escaping me. Oh boy, I'll tell you about that. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because doing these things help the channel to continue to grow, and in that way I can continue making this type of content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more Alu right here. Now, I'll give you a bit of context as to when I'm recording this, because by the time you're watching this video, this already has happened quite a bit ago. I'm recording this at the very end of the pinnacle of speed season. You can see that there's about an hour and a half before this whole thing ends, and because of that, also the free try for it in MP2 is about to end, so I needed to take this opportunity to play with it, because oh boy, I don't know when, if ever, I'll be able to play with this car again. But before I get into the multiplayer part of this video, I just want to briefly talk about the Racing Around the World event, which again is about to end by the time I'm recording this. Again, I don't know when this video is coming out. It could be in a couple of days, it could be in a couple of weeks, who knows. But I'm just trying to give you an idea of when I'm recording this. Now, the thing about this is that this car was featured in this particular event, in the Spotlight event, and I was so excited about it. Jesus Christ, so many things to buy with it. There we go, get there, there we go. This is what I've been looking to get. The blueprints for the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport. Now, this is a car that I've wanted for a very long time, because you know that I like car with big wings, and oh boy, does this thing has a gigantic wing. Now, the problem is that for all the time that I've been playing this game, this car has been exceedingly rare. So I really have never had a proper opportunity to buy this car without needing to spend a tremendous amount of tokens, because it always needs it to have it at 6 stars in order to unlock and whatnot. So it's been quite a bit of a grind, and still haven't been able to get it. Now, with the Spotlight event, I was really hoping that I was going to be able to unlock this car, because you know, when in Spotlight you can unlock cars and whatnot. Unfortunately, this did not work out. I also needed to get it to 6 stars in order to get the key guaranteed, but I wasn't able to, and well, this was a bit of a nightmare. So once again, this absolutely beaut of a car has evaded me, and maybe someday I'll have it, maybe. Either way, like I said, there's a free try for it in MP2, but first let's have a look at the stats of the car itself. It's a Class A car, 6 stars, a rank of 4270, so that puts it into the mid, quite high of Class A. And looking at the stats, we have a top speed of 356.9, almost 357, which makes it a little bit slower than the average Class A, you know, in general terms, of 360 being the average, I think. Acceleration of 83.64 is where this car, it's considerably strong, pretty strong acceleration. Handling also very good at 85.42, and nitro also very strong at 73.65. So this is one of those cars that are in general just pretty strong overall. There's no two ways about it. Let's ride it. Now, in me saying pretty strong, I do mean, you know, taking everything into account. It's not that, for example, the top speed, like I just mentioned, is not particularly strong, but in general, this makes it for a very agile, very fun car to drive. Now, over here, because I'm playing on MP2, you know that the matchmaking happens through the car rank, so this is gonna put me against a bunch of cars like a Koenigsegg Agera RS, there's a Koenigsegg Jesko over there, there's a Revuelto, which is from Class B. So, you know, this is gonna be a bag of mixed results, also because this is Ghost Slipstream, which is not gonna be necessarily the place where a car like this is gonna excel. This car, the very agile cars with great acceleration, or pretty good acceleration, and really good nitro and good handling, these cars tend to do very well in Classic, because this is the type of cars that A, because you have a lot of nitro, you're gonna have a lot of opportunity to knock down other players. B, because you have a very high nitro stat, you can also, you know, keep yourself at high speeds oftentimes without needing anybody else or anybody's slipstream or anything like that. And C, it's also very good at recovering speed in little jumps and whatnot, because you constantly have nitro to maybe go into shockwave, or at the very least use the, oh gosh, orange nitro. Oh god, no, oh my god, no, oh Jesus Christ. This is a floaty car, absolutely, which makes it into obviously a cornering machine if you're good at floaties, but it also makes it unstable, and you just saw results of unstableness over there. Now let's see if my acceleration can carry me over here. That seems... No, wait a second, did they crash? What just happened? What just happened? How am I now in second place? You know what? I don't know, but I'm gonna take it. Second place, baby. How about that? Alright, let's see what I beat. I got defeated by a Jesko, fair enough, but I did beat an Agera RS, Revuelto, GTR Neon, Revuelto, GTR Neon, and another 911 GT2 RS. Very nice. So with all of that, basically this makes this car a very fun one to drive, very, I would say, easy, just in the sense that, again, really good handling, plus good nitro, plus good acceleration, plus decent speed. It's an amazing combination. And then on top of that, if you're good at floaties, then, oh boy. Now, I said this whole thing about floaties, again, you know that I'm no bueno at it, so hey, take my words when it comes to floaties with a grain of salt, but still, overall, a very fun car. In fact, you know, it reminds me of those type of cars that are what we call the Corvette Grand Sport clones, right, in Class B. You know that the Corvette Grand Sport is one of those cars that is so much fun to drive, simply because it's easy, right? Again, a very similar situation where it has great handling plus great nitro. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the thing about that car, the Corvette Grand Sport, is that doesn't have very good top speed. Not even very good top speed, it has very mid top speed, and on top of that, it doesn't have acceleration, but kind of the other stats make up for it. Yet, there are other cars that are better in that regards. For example, the Apex AP0 in Class B as well. Good nitro, good handling, decent acceleration, things like that, right? So this reminds me of that type of car, except that this is better in the sense that the top speed, again, while it's not absolutely bonkers or anything, it's pretty decent for being Class A and good acceleration. Now, yeah, it doesn't have the 85 or whatever is the acceleration of a Vanda or things like that, but still very decent acceleration. So man, this is just so much fun. Look at that. First two places were indeed Club Sport, beating Aperta, Neon Edition, Aperta, Per Sport, ooh, and a Speed Tail. Look at that. We left the Class S cars all the way at the back. Now, on me saying all of these good things about the car and the performance and whatnot, this is not really the reason why I want the car. It's not about the performance. If you have watched my channel for long enough, you may be aware that while obviously I would enjoy an absolutely fantastic performing car, really my objective when it comes to collecting cars in this game, it's cars that I like the way that they look. And oh boy, do I like the way that this one looks. Okay, at least it wasn't half a barrel roll. I was worried about that one there for a second. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, no, I like the way that this looks. It's kind of funny because when it comes to Porsche, I've never, well, I'm not gonna say that I've never been, but oftentimes I would criticize Porsches because to me they all look very, very similar. And I think that is something that nobody can say that it's not true. All of these 911 Porsches, they look extremely similar, just the general shape of the car. It kind of makes sense, right? It's sort of kind of like the same. I really don't even know how the naming works in these cars. But yeah, very, very similar looking. So to me, Porsche's 911s in, you know, road cars and whatnot, they look kind of I don't know. I don't care for them. However, when it comes, did they ring out? Yes, one did. Or they crashed, I don't know. That's why I don't no longer take that jump. Because, man, I just know that airplane is going to push me and no thank you. But anyway, when it comes to this type of cars, the racing Porsches with the ginormous wings, now granted, yeah, sure, you could say that this looks very similar to the 911 GT2 GT3 RS, you know, in the shape and the big wing, and yeah, it's true, but still it looks fantastic, so of course, I like it, and of course, I want it. Oh man, I would have loved to be able to get that first place. By the way, did you notice that I changed the color of the car? It's still kind of the same livery, but in red this time. Look at that, Revuelto of all things beat us, but there's another 911 GT2 RS, Revuelto, and 4 GTR Neons. Wow. So imagine that, great looking car, and on top of that really good performance, why not? Though to be fair, I would have been happy to unlock this car even at 1 star, you know? Because it's a key car, obviously you need the key and then that way you unlock the car. And even if I had it at 1 star, I wouldn't mind, I just wanted to have this for the collection. But again, once the whole thing with the... Oh Jesus, I thought I was gonna hit the wall. Oh god, no, what am I doing? I mean, I intended. Once I saw this whole thing of the Spotlight event was gonna feature this car, I was so excited because I'm like, oh my god. Given the situation with previous Spotlight events, being able to unlock cars and whatnot, I was so happy to finally be able to unlock this car. Man, I was so excited. I'm like, I've been waiting for literal years in order to unlock this car. Finally, this is gonna be the opportunity to do it without having to spend an absolutely insane amount of tokens. Because again, I believe this thing has had, ever since I started playing, I believe that it has had at least one unleashed. But again, I would need to spend I don't know how many tens of thousands of tokens in order to take this thing to the 6 star and only then get the key, right? And you know that my tokens are really spent on Lambos, not on other cars. So that's why I've never done it. So I had been waiting for a moment. Hold on. Can I get a... Beautiful. I had been waiting for the moment to get this car, maybe without having to spend a tremendous amount of tokens. And like I said, once I actually saw that this was a car featured in the Spotlight event, I was like, oh my god, finally it's gonna happen, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna be so happy. And then the Spotlight started, and then I realized how this was gonna work, and I'm like, are you f***ing kidding me? And yeah, that's how I didn't get it. Again, just as a reminder, even though I told you at the start of this video, in order to unlock the car in the Spotlight, you need to already have the car at 6 stars, which in theory you should be able to do throughout the Spotlight event itself by buying a bunch of blueprints and whatnot. I did my best in both my accounts. In my Nintendo, right now I'm playing this one that you're seeing, it's my global account. But you know that I also play on the Switch. In my Nintendo Switch, I did have some additional blueprints for this car compared to here in my global, so over there I made more progress. But even with, oh god, that was terrible. Even with that progress, that bit of, what would you call it? What is it called when you have like an advantage? It's not head up, leg up. Leg up, is that what it, whatever. With that little bit of an advantage that I had compared to my global account, even then, I was able to get the car to the 5th star, but not to the 6th star, because oh boy, that 6 stars needs like 70 or 80 blueprints or something crazy like that, and there was just not enough time in the Spotlight. Despite the Spotlight lasting for an entire month, basically, you know, needing so many blueprints and getting so few blueprints in the bloody damn Spotlight shops, well, yeah, unfortunately I was not able to get this car to the 6th star, and because of that, I did not get to unlock the car in either of my accounts. Now granted, beautiful, look at that. Granted, I could have spent, I don't know how much is it, like $50, $60 or something like that, in order to buy enough blueprints to get it to the 6th star, but I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't do it, so I don't have the car. Well, boy, we got into a top speed track and I see a bunch of Class S cars, so this one I probably won't be able to win. But even then, with this whole thing of how it went in the Spotlight event and whatnot, there's a silver lining about it. I was still able, and that's why I wanted to commit to it, I was still able to get this car, even for example in this account at 4 stars, in my other account at 5 stars. So if this car eventually comes back in what's it called, Unleashed, and again it's gonna require me to have the car at 6 stars in order to get the key, well, now I need to spend less tokens in order to take this car to that 6th star and finally get the key. So here's hoping that maybe there's gonna be a way to do that in the future, or maybe Gameloft, hey, if you want to make this car into a support car for a linked event and all of that, I wouldn't be upset, just saying. Oh god. But yeah, well, what can I do? It's just a matter of waiting and hoping that one day I'll be able to get this car. But once again, it has escaped my clutches, and now I have to wait for it to come back in one way or another. And honestly, again, it's a car that I like a lot the way that it looks. It's not even about performance. Oh, you know what I did manage to do in the Spotlight event though, in my Switch account in particular? I was able to get 15 out of 16 epics in order to gold the car. So if I ever get it to the 6th star and I'm able to get the key, I'm gonna be able to all but one epic, apply all of the epics but one, and get the car at almost gold, almost. Speaking of Porsches, by now this is another one that I've been eyeing, and I think it's gonna be the same situation where I don't know when, if ever, I'm gonna be able to get it, but oh well. DBT, did you just paint your car orange? Maybe. Yes, I did it. All right, I did it. I'm guilty. It's fine. It looks gorgeous though. So look at that. Look at that. You can only see. There we go. You saw a tiny bit of my car, so yeah, just wait for it. Check this out. Check this out. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. It's kind of like the yellowy orange that I do nowadays. It's a dual tone, a combination of orange and yellow, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And we're in this track again, so I don't know how we're gonna do, but let's see. So yeah, overall, a car that I would absolutely love to get. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get it just yet. Maybe someday I'll be able to get it, but while I haven't gotten it, I will just continue to dream of the day that I actually get it. How many times did I say get it in that? I have no idea, but that was a bunch. I think like 4 times maybe? I don't know. But yeah, oh well, at least I got to enjoy it a little bit over here in MP2, and actually doing surprisingly well. I did say that I didn't expect it to perform very well over here in Ghost to Slipstream. Not because this car is at a disadvantage, but rather it's more because the faster car have a crazy advantage in Ghost to Slipstream. But hey, overall, like I said, it's been doing relatively alright. I don't know if I'm just encountering players who are not, you know, how can I say it? Maybe not necessarily the most skilled players at the game, but neither am I, so hey, who knows? but so far it's been doing quite alright, and maybe one day I'll have it. I'm not sad, you're sad. Okay, let's get our last jump over here. Just look at it, man. It's so cool, look at it. Be strong, DBT, be strong. Maybe one day you'll be able to get it. What did I beat this time? What beat me though? Oh man, I hate having to wait for the results like this, but here we go. A Jesco, okay, that's fair enough. It's a Jesco, come on. But I beat a Persport, GTR Neon, a Perda, Revuelto, and 2 more Aperdas. Nice. Okay, and we got into another top speed track. Okay, whatever. But yeah, so that is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport. What did you think about it though? Did you get to play with it in MP2 when this was available in this season that I'm doing right now? Did you play with it? Did you enjoy it? Did you find it good, bad, boring? Let me know what you think about that, because I'm really curious. Again, me wanting this car had nothing to do with the performance, but actually playing with it and realizing just how fun it is. And it's curious because, you know, the more that I've gotten to play this game, the more accustomed I've gotten to looking at the stats of the car and trying to make sense of what they mean in terms of the performance. And before, when I would look at this car, you know, I would look into a website that had the information of the car and whatnot. I would look at the stats and be like, why is this car so rare? It's not even that good, is it? But now that I actually have gotten around to playing with it, I can tell that it's a pretty... I'm not gonna say it's not king or anything, right? But it's still a very fun car. Again, an easy car to drive, a very fun car in general. So what's not to like about this, right? So I can see a little bit why it has been rare, but I do believe that it has been exceedingly rare. I don't understand why it has been so rare for so long, but oh well, that is the Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Once again, let me know in the comments what you thought about the car, and if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.